Welcome to Veggie Kitchen. This is your Aishwarya. Today we are going to see a nice and a tasty recipe using the vegetable Brussels sprouts. It is nothing but a miniature of a cabbage. So with this vegetable, today we are going to see a recipe called butter Brussels sprouts roast. It is a very good vegetable which has got a lot of nutrients. Now, before we get into the recipe, please like, share and subscribe to the Veggie Kitchen channel. Now come on, let's check out the recipe.
So today for this Brussels sprouts roast, I have taken 10 to 15 Brussels sprouts and washed it. After washing, now let's see how to cut this Brussels sprouts. For that, take a Brussels sprout, chop off the ends, peel the outer skin, and now let's cut this in the middle into two halves. So it's a very easy and simple cutting method. We are cutting into two halves so that both the inner and the outer layers cook perfectly. So like similarly, take another Brussels sprout, chop off the ends, peel the outer skin and cut it. So this way you'll have to cut all the Brussels sprouts and keep it aside. Now before we begin cooking, I'm taking 3 garlic pods and I'm going to crush this using a mortar and a pestle. You can also add garlic paste if you like, but freshly grounded garlic will give a nice aroma when it is added along with the butter. Ground it and keep it aside. For cooking, let's take a iron skillet or a heavy bottom pan and let's heat it. After heating, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter here. You can add room temperature butter, which is equivalent to 2 tablespoons, or a melted butter. I'm adding unsalted butter here. If you add salted butter, be cautious while adding salt. That might increase the salt level in the recipe. Now, as the butter melts, I'm going to add the crushed garlic into the butter and let's start cooking the garlic with the butter. Now let's fry the garlic until it becomes slightly golden brown. As the garlic is infused with the butter, it gives a nice aroma. In this stage, let's add the chopped Brussels sprouts to the skillet. Add the vegetable slowly. Now after adding, let's mix the butter and the Brussels sprouts. Try to mix gently without breaking the outer layer of the Brussels sprouts. Even though the outer layer comes off, it will be roasted as well, so you don't have to worry about that. Try to coat the vegetable with the butter as much as possible. Now I'm going to add the salt. Add the salt as per your taste. Here I'm adding nearly 2 teaspoons of salt. After adding the salt, now let's mix the salt. Mix the salt slowly and gently along with the Brussels sprout so that each Brussels sprout is coated very well with the salt. Now after adding the salt, I'm going to add the crushed black peppers here. You can also add pepper powder if you like. This crushed pepper will give a nice flavor and fresh aroma when it infuses with the butter. You can substitute this with the crushed red peppers if you like the red pepper taste. Now let's mix it together as gently as possible without breaking the outer layers. Now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of butter here again. So this butter will infuse the pepper powder and the garlic to the Brussels sprouts. You can also add cooking oil to substitute the butter if you don't like the buttery flavor. Now let it cook for 5 minutes. Now after 5 minutes of cooking on one side, as you can see here, the Brussels sprouts have cooked well and it has got nice golden brown on one side. Now it's time to flip all the Brussels sprouts. Now let's flip it to the other side and let it cook for 6 to 8 minutes on the other side. After cooking for 6 to 8 minutes, let's see how it is cooked. Now as you can see, it is cooked well on both the sides. Both sides has nicely got a golden brown color and the size is also very well shrunken. As you can see, the spatula easily goes through the Brussels sprout, indicating that it has cooked well. Now you can switch off the stove and serve it hot, or you can leave it in the cast iron so that it becomes more crispier.
you all like this butter Brussels sprouts roast very much. Please include this vegetable in our daily diet very often. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.